stop and take a little time out with me. Just take 5.
Yo. What's going on? What's going on? It's Mo. We doing a little dolo, a little solo today. You know what I mean? We gonna get on here. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. So my friends, my partners, they taking a little sabbatical, but that's all right though. We right back at it. Had to make sure we got y'all a pod. This is at Take Five Pod. Make sure y'all follow us on all social media platforms: YouTube, Twitch, X, TikTok, wherever you get your content, we got content out there, right? So make sure y'all show love. We appreciate the love thus far. Gonna have to start getting a little bit more regular with this. Gonna start getting a little bit more regular with this. We got to get on at least once a week. All right. So please stay tuned for that. But without further ado, no, we got a quick little show here today, right? I called it Pick'em. We're just gonna do a little Pick'em challenge here, talk about the games that we have on the NBA slate, and depending on how I'm feeling, we'll look at some college basketball too. We'll look at some college hoops. So looking at this right here, it's gonna be an interesting night for basketball. Not great games just due to injuries, but it's still, some things that we could really take a look at and kind of dive into. Pause. All right. So we got the Spurs, the red hot Spurs versus the Raptors, right? So the Spurs, 41 and 16 on the year. Take a look at who's playing. We got Wimby, we got Fox. Everybody's in lineup. They're fully healthy, which is something that you like to see, right? We need to keep that trend if you're a Spurs fan throughout the end of the year. You take a look at this Raptors team, they've been up and down, but they are in that playoff race in the East, right? I was actually taking a look at it today. So you have to be kind of proud. I mean, what they've been able to accomplish. You can kind of see the vision of what type of team they want to be surrounding Scotty Barnes, Brandon Ingram. He's been around for a long time. We know he's a performer, putting up 21 points a game, right? Doing his thing, right? And then they've got some pieces around them that have really been able to elevate this team. We talk about guys like Jamal Shad, Mabukshvili, right? I didn't even mention RJ, but of course he's going to be in there. We know RJ well, but CMB, Kyler Murray balls, right? I'm really a big Grady Dick fan, pause. Like people say what they want about him, but I think he's going to be a good player in this league, right? He's got to continue to develop, but they got pieces to be able to be very competitive, right? But we'll have to see what they can do. The East is actually it's going to be a little bit tough this year. Like you take a look at those top four teams. I mean, we've seen them before, but except for Detroit, Detroit looks very good. Shout out to Cade Cunningham, might be our MVP of the year, but looking at this game though, Spurs 9-1 in the last 10. Raptors are 5-5 in the last 10. Let me take a look. Let's see who the Raptors are 5-5 in the last 10. Let me see who the Raptors have lost to. So they lost to the Thunder. That's tough. I mean, there's nobody playing for the Thunder right now too, so it's a very tough loss. They beat the Bucks, beat the Bulls, lost to Detroit pretty badly, beat the Pacers, beat the Bulls, lost to the Wolves. So it looks like, we're beating the teams that we should beat, losing to the teams that we're not better than at this point, right? So with that being said, I'm definitely leaning over towards the Spurs. Full disclaimer, nobody is betting, right? Nobody is betting on any of these games, right? We're just analyzing right now because this is what I'm about to tune into. But looking at it right now, Wembanyama, it's going to be hard to stop that guy. I don't really believe they have an answer over there on the Raptors team. But it's going to be an interesting matchup. So I'm definitely looking forward to tuning in, kind of seeing what's going on because the other 7:30 games are just not good. But we'll get into that. But give me the Spurs for that one. If we look at another 7:30 game, we've got the Warriors and the Grizzlies. The Warriors and the Grizzlies. So we're talking about the Golden State Warriors. No Steph, no Jimmy Butler, no Draymond Green, no DeAnthony Melton, no Kristaps Porzingis, and no Seth Curry. I mean, they are struggling. They are struggling bad. 30 and 28 on the season. It's just not pretty basketball, guys. Like It really just is not pretty basketball. I mean, I know they've had the bright spot in Will Richard. You like to see that, but I would not watch this if you pay me. Then you talk about that Memphis Grizzlies team. We know that they're tanking. They're tanking. We're just gonna say it. No Santi Aldama, no Cedric Coward, no KCP Contavious Caldwell Pope, no John Morant, no Kyle Anderson, no Zach Edey, no Brandon Clark. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not watching this game. Like, I mean, they say that Golden State is gonna win this game. That's what they're where the odds are lying. I mean, they're going to Memphis. I Yeah, I don't see Memphis winning this game, unfortunately. So I can't go against the grain. I guess the Warriors will win this. Moving on. All right, so we got the ESPN game for the last 7:30 slot. This was supposed to be a banger. This was supposed to be a banger. We're talking about the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Detroit Pistons. Okay, but as we know, if we look at the Thunder team, of course they are 45 and 14, but no Shea, no Chet Holmgren, no AJ Mitchell, no Isaiah Hardenstein, no Jalen Williams, no Alex Caruso, no Mason Plumlee. Like it's just they're out a lot of guys with this OKC team. I feel like they've proven all that they need to as far as the regular season is concerned. We know they're going to make a deep playoff run, and I think that's what they're resting the guys up to get ready for. Right. So, this isn't going to be a great game. Detroit, they've still got a lot to prove. The only person out for them is Isaiah Stewart with the suspension. He's a crash out. So I'm gonna have to go with Detroit just based on what they've been able to do, and they're at home, so they're definitely gonna want to beat the reigning champs. I think it's gonna be a closer game than they're predicting, but nah, Detroit's gonna go ahead and take care of their business like they do, and that's that ESPN game. So I'll tune into a little bit of that, but we'll see how it goes. Going to the 8 o'clock, we've got the Cleveland Cavaliers. It was just announced that James Harden he's questionable right now with a thumb fracture, right? They said he's going to play through it, but that's going to be tough. I don't know which thumb it is, right? If it's on his shooting hand or what have you, but I mean, we know he has the ball in his hands a lot, Paul. So that's going to be interesting to see how he plays through that. Make sure he's the same type of player because he's had a great year. 25 points a game, 5 rebounds, 8 assists. I mean, that's all-star level numbers, right? So hopefully he comes back the same player. I'm seeing that Donovan Mitchell's out with the groin, Evan Mobley's out with the calf. So this is going to be a tough game. Max Strus is, of course, out too. This is going to be a tough game for the Cavs going to Milwaukee short-handed, right? You still have more talent, I guess. I don't even know if you could say that than the Bucks. I don't even know if you could say they have more talent than the Bucks with all those guys out. Of course, Giannis is still out, but you still got Ryan Rollins in there having a great year for himself. I didn't realize he was averaging 17, having a great year for himself. Bobby Portis, Miles Turner, and the guys like they should. Cam Thomas came over and he's put in some good minutes for this team. They should be able to get a victory. Do they want to get a victory? That remains to be seen. Give me the Bucks, right? Give me the Bucks with the upset here. Going to the next 8 o'clock, we've got the Houston Rockets versus Sacramento Kings. I'm not gonna waste any time, guys. Like the next time the Sacramento Kings win a game, it'll be the first time. I mean, 13-46 on the season. It's just really sad to see what's happened to this team. I mean, they're tanking too, hopefully to be better. But it's just been a downward spiral after they let go of, oh, excuse me. After they let go of Fox and those guys, that team they had, man, when they were lighting the beam, it's just not the same team. So we're going to go with Houston there with a resounding victory, favored by 13 and a half points. Yeah, this is going to be a blowout. I'm not watching that game. And last but not least, we've got what I think to be the best matchup of the night. the one I'm looking forward to if I can stay awake. Y'all see I'm yawning already. Is the Boston Celtics versus the Denver Nuggets. Boston Celtics are fully healthy, minus of course Jason Tatum. You look at this Denver Nuggets team, 36 and 22 on the year. It hasn't been a spectacular season for this team. Of course, they've had injuries. Key guys have been out, especially like a Aaron Gordon, who anchors the defense for them, right? But this is where you want to see them turn the page. It's in Denver. Boston has to go to Mile High. Boston has been playing great basketball. I do have to give credit to Joe Mazzulla and what he's been able to accomplish with this team. I'm a big Jalen Brown fan, so I know, he's been putting up MVP numbers, shooting the ball very well and leading this team. But I will give credit to the coach and what he's been able to do. But I am looking for Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray to have one of those 1-2 punch games to where they come out swinging, right? Put their foot on their neck, so to speak, and get a resounding win at home to really start that trend that they need to be ready for this postseason run. Because, guys, I mean, Jokic is not getting younger. You know what I mean? Like, they are going to have to capitalize on him being one of the top players in the league right now. So I'm looking for them to find a way to get a big victory here. All right, so that's the NBA slate, guys. We take a look over here. Let me see if there's any good college games before we wrap up. We got to start talking about that too, man. It's almost March Madness. That time is flying. That time is flying. Nothing I'm really interested in here. You've got St. John's and UConn. Could be an interesting matchup there. Could be an interesting matchup. And that's on now, actually. And then we got Florida, Texas on ESPN2. Yeah, some interesting games, but I think I'm more concerned about the NBA slate today. But anywho, guys, after that, now this was the Pick'em Challenge. You already know it's that Take Five Pod. We're going to be live every Wednesday, right, at 7 p.m. So make sure y'all tune in. We're going to be on all the social media platforms that you have: YouTube, Twitch, X, TikTok, Twitter, like all of that. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that daily content. But other than that, we out.